Now we're going to touch the Procreate app. We're going to open that, and you're going to go to the gallery and make sure that you've picked your picture that has your name on it. So you're going to pick that. I like to shrink it down a little bit just so that I can see the edges and make sure that all the edges are doing good here. And I'm going to see if I can lower the light just a little bit more so it's easier for you to see my picture. Okay, let me lower this here. All right, so before we color it or do anything, I need to show you a couple of things you need to do. You need to go up to your layer, tap. This is your sketch layer. Layer 1 is your sketch layer. So what we're going to do is we're going to get rid of that layer. So we're going to swipe to the left and we're going to hit delete. Okay. Then on the layer that we have here, it should say layer 2 on it, but it's going to be the only layer we have. We're going to tap it, and then we're going to come over to the bottom here and we're going to tap reference. Okay, so what that means is that when the color drop comes in, it's going to make sure that it acknowledges all the black lines that it sees on here. Then we're going to go up to the plus sign above the layer here. We're going to tap that. And we're going to color drop everything on this one layer. Now later on, we'll do color drop on individual layers, but today we're just going to do color drop on this one layer. Up here at the top right hand corner is the color wheel. If you're not seeing a wheel, then come down here to the bottom and choose the wheel. You may see other things here as well, but you need to be on the color wheel part. Now to show you how this works, this circle here that I'm spinning around changes the actual color, and then the little circle changes how dark that color is or how light that color is. So to have a perfect color, you always want to be up into this area here. And so that will make sure that you have the pure color that you're looking for. If I go down here and double tap down here, that will give me pure black. If I need pure white, I can double tap here, okay, to get pure white, or I can hold my finger down on the screen and it will change to a pure white. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to choose the sky color. And I got to make sure that I move this little circle right there. Okay. Then I'm going to take and I'm going to drag from here to my sky. And that's going to fill up my sky. Now, if it fills up anything else other than just your sky, that means one of your lines is not closed on your page, or it's not going completely off the page. So even my clouds, I drew off the page to make sure that it's closed. Then I'm going to go through and I'm going to pick a grass color that I want. Okay. Then I'm going to go and pick what color I want the sun. And I can use 2 different colors if I'd like. Okay. And then I forgot to do these 2 little grass things here. So to find the exact color that I use down here, I hold my finger down and the color picker comes on, and then I can drag and hold. Oops, made a mistake. So 2 finger tap to undo. There we go. Now the white clouds are not really white. What you see as white is not actually white. So see here, this background, if I come here and turn this off, look what happens. So when using white, when you want something to actually be white, then you need to actually color drop it. Okay? And I'm going to want the whites of his eyes to be white here. So I'm going to color drop there. Okay. Oh, and maybe his teeth as well. I'm going to zoom in really big and color drop into his teeth. And you notice how I'm kind of pausing my pencil and holding my pencil there in place. Now I'm going to go in and just choose random colors. Now I have a bunch of browns right here, but if you don't have a brown, you can always find brown by going to orange and then moving this little dot around and you can see it's changing to brown. Now your dog doesn't have to be brown. It could be any color you want it to be. Now you saw how that filled up both sides here? It's because right there, that line is not closed. So it doesn't really matter because his body's brown. But if I wanted this part to be brown and this part to be black, I would need to make sure to close that little line right there. And now it just does that part, right? Because I have closed those lines. So I'm going to choose this. And then I want a brown, but I want it to be darker. So I'm going to color pick that brown. And I'm going to move it down to be a little bit darker. And you can see it change to a darker color right there. And that's the color I'm going to use for his ears and his tail and his eyelids. And then for his eyes, I'm going to want black. So I'm going to double tap here. Black. Black. And then for his nose, I think I'm going to just do a lighter black. Yes, there is such a thing as a lighter black. Okay, so that you can tell the difference between the eyes and the nose. And I'm going to come back to this color to do his cheeks because I want it to be a lighter color. And I still have his tongue to do, so I'm going to go to red. Move that little circle over. And you could do pink. Okay, so that's what's left to do. So I'm going to go check my backgrounds to make sure that I have all my white filled in. So I'm going to click on here and I can see I still have the flowers to do. So that's what I need to work on. So I'm going to stay on my color layer here. And then I'm going to come to my flowers. And I'm going to pick some nice colors. And color drop. And then I'm going to choose another color. So you should be going along and dropping your colors as well. And I want an orange. Okay, I got that flower finished, and now I'm going to work on this one. Oops, two finger, undo. I'm going to use this yellow here. Awesome. So now it's finished.